What's up, YouTube? Yeah, today I'm going to show you guys how to make silver ingots out of scrap silver, sterling silver. I melted down a couple of these pieces already. These used to be necklaces. I melted them in a crucible. Yeah, and so I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how to do this. By the way, this is Senior Airman Leo, and you're watching Where Did I Leave My Cell? Let's go ahead and get started. So far, yeah, I've got the only pieces of silver that I have remaining are these two rings, but I think I'm gonna hold on to them just because they're made very nicely. They're solid. At least this one is. This one, I think this one's hollow, so I may melt this one down. So let's see, hold on. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and melt this one down because this one is a lot nicer. I'll show you how we do that. So the setup I've got here is the propane torch. Yeah, propane torch is just regular propane, camping propane. It's got the Bernzomatic torch on top, and then I'm using a silica bowl, or half of a silica bowl. It's still functional. It's got borax on the inside, but essentially, yeah, you want to use that with the copper handles or copper coated handles. Here's the tongs that it was originally for, but I'm using the smaller ones because it just fits better. You also want to use a bowl of water so that for quenching and just for safety. So I'll show you how to get this. Turn this into this. Go ahead and get started here. See if I can put you down for a second. Oops, sorry. Okay. So what you want to do is you take this guy, put him in here like so. Oh, and I'm also using a striker here, a sparkler, because the one on the trigger on the igniter on the Bernzomatic head doesn't work. So what you want to do is go ahead and torch it. It was hollow. The other one isn't. This is definitely alloyed, so now that it's good to go, yeah, just the way that it was melting and the way that it, it's the original look of the metal and the way that it was melting. It was very spiky. So this may have some argentium in it, or germanium, which in turn makes argentium, which is still sterling silver, but it's just classified differently because of the alloying metal that you use to alloy it to make it harder. So now that you've got that little nugget, it's super hot. I would use wooden tongs, but my hands have been burnt so many times that I'm already used to it. So you just go ahead, you have it here. Let's see what you want to do. You quench it. Okay. I'm not really concerned with I guess the thermal shock or whatever, or it exploding. I've been doing this for quite a while now, at least a year, quite a while, and nothing's ever exploded. The only thing you have to worry about is the borax that kind of crusts up on this, because that's the only thing that, you know, when it cools and once the steel, or I'm sorry, not the steel, the metal, the silver cools, it'll start to crack, and sometimes those cracks or those fissures cause the heated or the molten borax to explode, and when it explodes, it can get hit in the eye. I've been pelted in the eye by exploding, I guess, cracking borax before, so you just want to be careful of that. And so let that cool off. You could hear it kind of like crackling as it cools. See, it's almost like a glass. You want to be careful because this stuff, if it shards, it is pretty sharp, and you don't want to, it hurts. It's not deadly or anything like that unless you stab yourself and you get infected, but you do want to be careful not to you know, hurt yourself too badly. So this is the original, this was the ring that we have here, and also Dsarti, Dsarti1, I guess the reason why I made this video is because he actually has a video up on how to test silver, and this is I guess a portion of how you can test silver is to melt it down and then do an acid test. On a surface test, if you haven't purchased it, or if the person's willing to let you melt it down, you know, at their cost or whatever, you could test it thoroughly. If they're willing to let you do that, more often than not, then it's pretty legit. But yeah, but if you just want to test it yourself, this is the silver. Because it's melted and it becomes like a mix, all the stuff on the inside, all the metal on the inside gets pushed out to the surface and gets mixed up, and the surface gets mixed in with the stuff on the inside, and you could test this pretty thoroughly to know, or with nitric acid, to know whether or not it's you know, a good kind, a good mix. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to clean these guys up. A good way to clean these is soaking them in vinegar. Borax is a base and vinegar obviously is an acid, so it neutralizes one another, and I think the higher the concentration of vinegar, just like white vinegar, the faster this will melt, and from there you can you'll just have the ingot by itself. But essentially this is how you melt down silver into silver ingots. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and you know, keep prepping, remember to hydrate, and I'll see you guys on the other side. Senior Eamon Leo out.